Hello viewers, this is another video on new playlist of wild edibles, parts of plants that have gone feral or you might be growing in your garden that you can eat. But this one is one of those plants, other than the fruit it bears, that you cannot eat. Quite common in home gardens. Occasionally you find them growing feral in the bush. I think I did once. The plant is the tomato plant, or tomato as it's sometimes pronounced. Now, yesterday I was in the Big Smoke visiting my sister-in-law, and she had one of these growing in the garden. It's near the end of our growing season here, except for commercial hothouses. The tomato plant is related to the nightshade family, so every part of this plant, other than the fruit or the produce, and that's a quiz. Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable? Maybe somebody can tell me. But every part of this is toxic. It's related to the nightshade family. That's what it looks like, and that's basically what every tomato plant looks like. This one is a cherry tomato type plant. There are several varieties. The leaves may differ a little bit with some varieties. This one's a bit sad because, well, I picked it yesterday and it's wilted a bit from cold temperatures overnight. One of the ways you can determine these is just very lightly rub the leaf and smell it. It's got a very distinctive pungent smell that you get from tomato plants. Also the flower on it. Another one is the, I don't know if you can see it in camera there, a lot of the tomato plants or the varieties that are cultivated for human consumption have very fine hairs on the stem. That's what the tip of the plant looks like when it's growing. And it's pretty much what a mature leaf looks like. Now, I know most adults are quite aware that the green part of this, the leafy part, the stem, the roots and everything, is highly toxic. And I'll put some links down below. I think the most important part here is to teach your kids, educate them, because when some of them get a bit adventurous around the garden, they're out in the bush and they find something like this, they say, oh, we'll try this, may not have any fruit on it, they're going to find themselves in serious trouble. And I have heard of a few instances with other toxic parts of plants that are normally edible, have produce that are normally edible for humans, where they tried other parts of the plant and it's toxic. Okay, this one is the cherry tomato variety. See there, very popular. I do love them. Not acidic as the normal bigger tomatoes. Read the links down below and please do your own research. They are a very popular produce for salads, cooking, that sort of thing. Also green tomatoes, that's the latest fad these days, people cooking with green tomatoes. I think it'll be in one of the links below. It does contain higher levels of toxins, but they're saying that you might have to eat a truckload of the stuff before it has an bad effect on you. But for me, I don't eat green tomatoes, I eat the right ones. And it's most important to identify whether it's a cultivated tomato that's gone wild in the bush or the woods. Certainly know it is if it's growing in your garden, because in Australia, in some arid areas, there are some native tomatoes or tomatoes that the Aboriginals used to know how to treat to make it more edible, because some parts of those wild tomatoes are actually toxic. but I won't go into that because I haven't seen any wild tomatoes in my hiking experiences around Australia. Just that I've recognised these ones, which are domestic ones gone wild. Alright viewers, thanks for watching. Please do the research.